again, mathematicians. Yesterday, we talked about the second step to solving word problems, and that's actually the solve part. After you've had a chance to plan, figure out what you know and what you need to find out, then you can actually start showing your work and thinking about if there's another way to solve the word problem. Okay, so the last step after you've had a chance to plan and to use a strategy to solve the word problem, the last step would be to check your work. And that might mean using a different strategy to solve the same word problem. And then also asking yourself, does my answer make sense? So let's take a look at a word problem and see if we can double check our work. Okay, so I know it's really small, so I'm going to read it out loud to you. And as I'm reading it, I want you to practice visualizing or making a picture in your mind. Okay, so Pigeon and Duckling bought a super-sized pack of hot dog buns. There were 15 buns in the pack before lunch. Okay, so you're imagining a bag of hot dog buns. There's 15 in the pack. Okay, and after lunch, there are 9 buns. How many did they eat? So I've circled my numbers, 15 and 19, and I've underlined my question or what I'm trying to solve for. How many did they eat? Okay, so I'm going to use the strategy of drawing a picture to help me solve this. Okay, so I'm going to draw my 15 buns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And I'm going to draw, and I'm going to label this. There were 15 buns in the pack before lunch. So I'm going to label this before, because I know this is before lunch. And then I'm going to draw my 9 buns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is my after lunch. So I'm going to write after. Okay. So let me think, how many did they eat? Well, I know that this is 15, so I can write 15 and then just count on from there. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So they must have eaten 24 buns, and I'm going to also label my answer. But let me actually stop and think about if my answer makes sense. They must have eaten 24 buns, but if I look back at my word problem, it says that they bought a supersized pack of hot dog buns and there were 15 buns in the pack. So if there were only 15 buns in the pack, there's no way that they could have more buns or they could have eaten more than there actually were, right? So my answer doesn't really make sense. They couldn't have eaten 24 buns when there were only 15 to begin with. So let me see if I can do this again. Let me read my word problem again and see if I can try to solve it a different way. So Pigeon and Duckling bought a supersized pack of hot dog buns. There were 15 buns in the pack before lunch. After lunch, there are 9 buns left. How many did they eat? Let me actually cross this out. How many did they eat? So if they ate some buns, then that means that there has to be less. If there are only 9 buns left, let me see if I can cross that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the 9 that's left after. So how many did they eat? So let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they must have eaten 6 buns in between. Let's see if I can use a different strategy. I can try counting back to see if my answer is correct. And I'm actually going to put a box around this. So if there were 15 buns, I'll use a different marker. 15 buns, I can start with the number 15 over here. I'm going to circle it because this is where I'm starting, and I'm going to try counting back to the number 9 and see how many did they eat. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. So let's see, how many spaces did I jump back to get to the number 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I jumped 6 spaces. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we call this counting back. So that means that pigeon and duckling must have eaten 6 buns, and my equation or my number sentence that would match my thinking would be 15. I jumped 6 spaces back and got 9 buns, so my answer is 6. All right. So remember, when you're working on word problems, first you want to plan. Think about what you know after you've read the word problem. Circle your numbers, underline your keywords and what you're solving for. Then use a strategy that shows your thinking when you're solving. And then lastly, double check your work. That means maybe using a different strategy to make sure that your answer is the same, and think about if your answer makes sense. All right, best of luck. I'll see you next time.